The Leaning Tower of Pisa is famous for its tilt, but this wasn't part of the original plan. The tower began to lean during its construction. This happened because the ground beneath the tower is uneven. The north side of the tower sits on softer ground, made mostly of sand. The south side rests on firmer ground, made mostly of clay. The tower's foundation was not strong enough to support its weight evenly on the uneven ground. As a result, the tower began to sink more on the north side, causing it to lean. Construction on the Leaning Tower of Pisa started in 1173. The lean became noticeable just a few years later as the third story was being built. Medieval builders tried to correct the tilt by making the upper floors taller on the leaning side. This gave the tower its slightly curved shape. However, the lean continued to increase over the centuries. By the late 20th century, the tower was leaning so much that it was in danger of collapsing. In 1990, the Italian government closed the Leaning Tower of Pisa to the public. It was too dangerous to allow people inside. The tower was leaning at an angle of 5.5 degrees and experts feared it could topple over. A committee of engineers and architects was formed to investigate the problem and find a solution. The committee used computer models and other methods to study the tower's structure. They concluded that the tower was very close to collapse. As a temporary measure, engineers decided to stabilize the tower using lead counterweights. They placed 600 tons of lead weights on the north side of the tower's base. The weight of the lead helped to counteract the lean. This reduced the tilt slightly and bought some time for a more permanent solution to be found. While the lead weights helped to stabilize the Leaning Tower of Pisa, they weren't a permanent fix. Engineers continued to search for a way to permanently reduce the tower's tilt. One proposed solution was to install ground anchors. These anchors would be drilled deep into the ground and attached to the tower's foundation. They would then be used to pull the tower upright. However, this plan had to be abandoned. Engineers discovered that the tower's walkway, called the catino, was partially supporting the tower. Removing part of the catino to install the anchors would have destabilized the tower further. Other solutions were also considered and rejected. One idea was to pump groundwater from the soil beneath the north side of the tower. This would have caused the soil to compact and hopefully straighten the tower. However, experts feared that this method would be unpredictable. It could have made the lean worse. Another solution involved using a technique called electroosmosis. This method uses an electric current to consolidate clay soil. However, tests showed that the soil beneath the tower was too conductive for electroosmosis to be effective. After years of research and testing, engineers finally found a solution that worked: under excavation. This method involved carefully removing small amounts of soil from beneath the north side of the tower. By removing soil from the north side, the tower would slowly settle back into a more upright position. To test the idea, engineers first experimented on a separate concrete footing. They removed small amounts of soil from beneath the footing and carefully monitored its movement. Once they were confident that the method would work, they began work on the tower itself. Engineers drilled 41 holes into the ground beneath the north side of the tower. Over the course of about a year, they carefully removed approximately 38 cubic meters of soil. The work was done very slowly and carefully to avoid any sudden movements that could damage the tower. The under-excavation method was a success. By 2001, the Leaning Tower of Pisa had been straightened by approximately 45 centimeters. This returned the tower to roughly the same angle it had been at in the early 1800s. The tower was now stable and safe for visitors. The engineers decided not to completely straighten the tower. The lean is part of what makes the Leaning Tower of Pisa unique. It is a reminder of the tower's history and the challenges that were overcome to save it. Today, the tower is carefully monitored to ensure that it remains stable. It is a popular tourist destination and a testament to the ingenuity of the engineers who saved it.